Welcome back to the Ink and Imagination podcast. Today, we'll dive into the article, Barking Up the Wrong Tree, a book that changes the way we see success. When I first saw the title, Barking Up the Wrong Tree, I couldn't help but wonder, have the things I believed about the path to success been wrong all along? This book not only answers that question, but also delivers a series of surprising twists that made me rethink many truths I once held as absolute. Mutter 1. The title as an invitation to a journey of thought, right from the opening question, why might what we know about success be wrong? The author leads readers on a journey to challenge common preconceptions. This is not a book about success in the traditional do A to achieve B sense, but rather an invitation to re-examine the foundational beliefs we've always taken for granted. With clever and engaging storytelling, the author uses real-world research to illustrate how success often stems from paradoxical principles. Instead of imposing a one-size-fits-all formula, he skillfully guides readers through each narrative, urging them to explore, adjust, and ask themselves whether they might be barking up the wrong tree. The appeal of the title lies not only in its thought-provoking nature, but also in its relatability. Who among us hasn't tried our hardest yet failed to achieve a goal? Could it be that we've misjudged our approach, or perhaps the very tree we've been aiming for? 2. Two types of leaders, filtered and unfiltered. One of the standout concepts in the book is the story of Gautam Mukunda's classification of leaders into two types, filtered and unfiltered. This framework is an eye-opener, prompting me to reflect on various historical figures and ask, which group do they belong to? Filtered leaders are those who rise through traditional channels. They follow the rules, adhere to processes, and climb the ranks in a safe, predictable manner. In contrast, unfiltered leaders often approach the game differently, sometimes in chaotic, unconventional ways, but it's precisely this divergence that leads to groundbreaking outcomes for their communities. A prime example is Winston Churchill. At a time when Britain faced seemingly insurmountable challenges during World War II, Churchill, someone often dismissed by the political mainstream, rose to the occasion and became a remarkable leader. His bold, at times risky strategies were things a filtered leader would never have dared attempt. This story made me wonder, in our own lives, are we choosing solutions that are so safe they become mediocre? Or do we dare to take bold, unconventional approaches that could lead to breakthroughs? The book is an extraordinary exploration of the unexpected paths to success, leaving readers with not only a fresh perspective, but also the courage to question their own choices and beliefs. It's an invitation to rethink the very trees we've been barking at, and perhaps to finally find the right, positive psychology, the secret of Navy SEALs. When I reached the chapter about the Navy SEALs, I was captivated by the story of their grueling training, with a pass rate of only about 6%. This isn't just a testament to the power of will, but also a demonstration of how positive psychology can help humans push beyond their limits. One of the biggest secrets revealed is the technique of positive self-talk. When the body reaches its breaking point, it's the words of encouragement you tell yourself that determine whether you can take one more step forward. This reminded me of times when I faced intense pressure, and a small voice in my head whispered, "It's okay, just try one more time." It wasn't magic, but a way for the mind to build patience and mental resilience through those seemingly trivial affirmations. What's fascinating is that positive psychology isn't limited to high-stress scenarios like SEAL training, but can be applied to everyday life. Instead of berating yourself, try changing the story you tell yourself. That's the first step to overcoming any obstacle. Number 4. Less but more effective. One of the most thought-provoking twists in the book is the concept of less is more. In a world where everyone is busy, reducing tasks and focusing on what truly matters becomes an invaluable lesson. The author shares the story of a CEO who realized the only way to grow the company was by doing less. He eliminated unnecessary projects, cut down on scattered goals, and concentrated all resources on a few key areas. This lesson isn't just applicable to work, but also to personal life. How many times have we felt exhausted trying to juggle too many things at once, only to achieve subpar results in everything? Focus makes all the difference. By removing the noise, we can dedicate our time and energy to what truly matters. 5. Small wins and the power of progress. The concept of small wins left a profound impression on me. Instead of waiting for a monumental success, we should learn to appreciate and build on small, incremental progress each day. The research cited in the book reveals that the feeling of progress, no matter how small, is one of the most powerful motivators. This explains why many people give up when they don't see immediate results. They forget that every great achievement is built on countless small, persistent steps. For example, if you want to develop a reading habit, instead of aiming to finish a book every week, start with just a few pages a day. Each page is a small win, and over time, it will create a significant change in your habit. 6. Applying new perspectives. Ultimately, what makes Barking Up the Wrong Tree so special isn't just the knowledge it offers, but also the inspiration it provides to take action. The book serves as a reminder that success isn't a fixed formula. It's a combination of daring to see things differently, taking different actions, and persisting through small, steady steps. When I closed the book, I felt a shift, not only in my mindset, but also in the way I approach life's challenges. Instead of trying to do everything at once, I began learning how to reduce my workload and focus. Rather than waiting for a breakthrough, I chose to take action each day, setting small, achievable goals. If you're seeking motivation to make a change, this book is a reminder that try looking at things from a different angle. Success isn't just about reaching the destination, but also about how we travel the journey itself. 7. Learning from mistakes and the importance of flexibility. One of the other profound messages from Barking Up the Wrong Tree is the author's emphasis on the role of learning from mistakes. Success is not a straight path. It is often filled with wrong turns and challenges. The author shares stories of scientists, entrepreneurs, and athletes who achieved great success, not because they were always right, but because they knew how to be flexible, adjust their strategies, and learn from failure. A prime example is the story of Thomas Edison. When asked about the thousands of failures he encountered while trying to invent the light bulb, he responded, "I didn't fail. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset illustrates the importance of viewing mistakes as an inevitable part of the journey toward success. Moreover, flexibility is highlighted through the way large organizations survive and evolve. The author contrasts companies like Kodak, who failed due to stubbornness and clinging to outdated methods, with successful businesses like Netflix, who constantly adapt to meet the new demands of the market. The lesson here is that success doesn't only come from trying to get things right from the start, but also from the ability to adjust and adapt when things don't go as planned. Life is always changing, and if we remain too rigid, we risk being left behind. Connecting to real life. This section reminded me of how we face failure in both our personal and professional lives. Instead of fearing and avoiding failure, we should try to see each setback as an opportunity to learn. A wrong decision today can become a valuable lesson for tomorrow, as long as we're willing to listen and change. The author encourages readers, step out of your comfort zone, experiment more, embrace risk, and view failure as a natural part of the learning process. This isn't just advice, it's a form of liberation, allowing us to make mistakes without feeling guilty, as long as we continue moving forward. Conclusion: Barking Up the Wrong Tree is not just a self-help book, but an inspiring conversation with oneself. It helps us realize that what we once believed might be wrong, and that's not something to fear. Instead, it's an opportunity to rediscover and explore ourselves. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. What about you? Have you read this book yet? What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below.